I need to take a break from moving for a minute, so let's talk about Dark Souls 2. I just finished my second playthrough, and I ranked every boss in the game in order of how many times they killed me. So starting out, here's all the bosses that I beat on my first attempt, and some of them are just clowns. Here's a clown, here's a clown, 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 clown. Just basically weak-ass bitches that ain't shit. But some of them came late enough in the game that I was overpowered as fuck, and I was just three-shotting them even if they were good, like these poor idiots here. Moving on now to bosses that killed me once, most of these are just clowns that got lucky. Sin was good, but by that point in the game, I was way too strong to put up with any of his shit. Ava only got me because I wandered into his arena before I was able to see him, and the rat Vanguard managed to petrify me once before I remembered how I was supposed to be able to tell the boss rat apart from the other rats. There were only 3 2-death bosses. Vendrick was slow, but hits like a truck. The last giant's the first boss, so I was still pretty rusty at that point, and Grave Robber, Varg, and Sarah just ganked me a couple times. I don't know. 5 3-death bosses, and from here on out, everyone deserves my respect. All of these are decent fights, except for the Royal Rat Authority. Those little bitches that attack you are worse than the big bitch. Only one boss killed me 4 times, and that was the Blue Smelter Demon, just a slightly badder, much bluer version of the original Smelter Demon. Now we're starting to get into the heavy hitters with the bosses that killed me 5 times. Ruin Sentinels, classic gank fight, and early too. Same thing with the Belfry Gargoyles, actually. Aldia was hard just because as a melee build, I have no idea how to deal with a boss that's usually on fire. And the Ancient Dragon actually put the fear in me with those air attacks. I think I actually just got lucky against him once. The 2 bosses that killed me 6 times could not be more opposite. Sir Alam was a close second for my favorite boss in the game, while the Executioner's Chariot is an absolute shit show with nothing but bullshit kills. I don't think the actual horse ever even touched me, but those fucking wheels and skeleton hordes sure did. Alright, top 3 bosses now. In 3rd place with 7 kills is the Dark Lurker. This is the one boss that had me throwing my controller. The first time I fought him, I almost killed him, and then every time after that, it seemed like he just got tougher and tougher, and having to go back through that dungeon I hated this fight. 2nd place with 8 deaths is the Burnt Ivory King. Best fight in the game, better than any boss in Dark Souls 1 or Demon Souls, the closest any boss gets in this game to tough but fair. And number 1 with 15 deaths. Have you figured out who it is? The fucking Pursuer. The second boss in the game feels like he was plucked out of one of the DLCs and put right at the beginning when all I had was a shitty mace and a dream. I bet you most people who quit this game quit because of this guy. The later versions of him, whatever, but that first fight when you're like level 8 or whatever, that shit is ridiculous. So Dark Souls 2 is in the books. I'm gonna replay 3 soon, and as soon as I do, I'll make a boss list for that just like I did with this one.